Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessie Jagpal. If you are new to my I did the last balloon pop. That was my very last balloon. No balloons on my wall. I'm all out of balloons, so there will be no balloon pops today and tomorrow. I know, sad, but let me give you guys a close-up of my eye makeup if you can see it. That is actual effort being put into my eye makeup right there. Glamorous? Yes? No? Leave it in the comments, guys. I tried, okay? So for today's story, I am going to, of course, like the title. Hopefully I can put a title over here. I'll try. We'll see. I don't know. We are going to do a conspiracy theory on the moon landing, okay? So basically, that's like one of my words. Write in the comments, like, if you guys are consistent watchers, like, what I say a lot. Like, I've been doing a lot of self-monitoring. I've been using basically a lot. So basically, so ultimately, probably a lot. I do and then what else? There's another one. I do. I can't remember. I do this a lot. Okay, so leave it in the comments if you notice like a habit that I do in all my videos. Okay, so today we are going to discuss moon landing. In 1999, the Gallup poll found that only 6% of Americans doubted that the moon landings actually took place. The rest of the population of American citizens or Americans totally believed it. They said, you know, it did take place. It was in the media. It was in the news. Of course it did. Why are we even questioning it? We tend to go off of merely, media is a huge influence, and it has been, it probably will be for, you know, years to come, and it has been for many, many years. We buy into everything we hear on the news, on the media, on social media. Everything is believable. I feel we are approaching an era where we're getting a lot more exposure to content that isn't typical, which isn't typical within our nation, within our county or city, and so on. So getting news about, you know, different countries, different cities in different states, which we typically wouldn't have, okay? So social media has come into play a great extent. Another study that was, it wasn't a study, it was another poll that was conducted not too long ago, kind of saw a change in what was considered realistic and what wasn't. So when they did this poll again, I mean, it could be a little biased too, just because the 1999 poll was only Americans. When they did the poll again, it also took into consideration Russians and Britons. It's Britons. Who are Britons? Are they applying Britons? I don't know. So what they saw was 6 to 20% of Americans doubted that people actually landed on the moon. 25% of Britons and 28% of Russians stated that it was all faked. It wasn't real. Okay. There was also a Fox television network. They aired a documentary in 2001 which looked at, it was titled Conspiracy Theory, Did We Land on the Moon? What this conspiracy theory / documentary styled film claims is that NASA faked the first landing in 1969 to win the space race. Okay? It was all faked. The film presented people with evidence. It presented, it included deception, which included photos that showed us no stars. Okay, so they claim there's no stars in the lunar sky. There's an American flags rippling on the moon. So basically what they're saying is they also noticed a lot of the shadows that were displayed in the images were off too, based off of what their research, when they were comparing, tracking and really comparing research, it was off. Okay. The most enduring claims by people that believe that no one actually landed on the moon and it's all fake is the fact that astronauts could not have passed through the Van Allen radiation belts that are covering the moon. Okay? When I was reading into this, I had no idea what the Van Allen radiation belts were. So after doing further, looking into it further, all Van Allen radiations are just positrons and electrons around the moon. Okay, I'm sure other planets have those too. It's just electrons and protons, positive and negative, just energy source surrounding the moon, the belt. It's like almost like a belt surrounding the moon. And so most people, these people that are going against the idea and saying they couldn't have passed it, there's no way into the moon, are saying that it's dangerous. If you look up the Van Allen radiation, it's radiation. Just like any type of radiation that human is exposed to, too much of anything can be harmful and detrimental. So these astronauts essentially could have died if it had too much of an impact on their bodies. The protons, the positive and the negative, right? And so that would have, yes, they could have died. But it's very debatable. There's not much information. Like, it can either have a lot of impact on you or not any at all. But people that are claiming that there were no actual landings on the moon believe that they're not capable of crossing that band. So over the recent years, because of social media and just how much news this has created, a lot more people are starting to believe that in fact people did not land on the moon and it has all been made up. Over the years, there have been, let's just backtrack. The 6-manned moon landing, which took place from 1969 to 1972, those were faked. So all 6 people that landed on the moon essentially never took place, is what they're saying. The pictures that we see on TV, probably at the NASA center, and in our history books, are all fake. Okay? The first person to land on the moon never actually went to the moon. Neil Armstrong took that famous first step. That never actually happened, according to these individuals. Never happened. Okay? And so there's really no way to say that, it's a fact or fiction. Any conspiracy theorists are always gonna do what they do best. They're gonna develop conspiracy theories. That's how they promote themselves. That's how they do well with their business, and people notice them, right? That's their job, is to criticize, critique, and analyze everything that's going on around them. It's also it's important. I like the fact that they're taking this side, they're taking this opinion into consideration, that these images aren't real. So you'll find images on there and you present those to a conspiracy theorist, they'll say they're made up, they're not real. So, but it is important, you should not, just in general, people should not just believe what they see and hear, right? So you should always look at things with a critical eye, obviously with some limitations, right? So yeah, just to sum it up, it's not some strange occurrences. That's all it is. Straight to the point, guys. They just believe that it never happened. My opinion on it and my take is I'm not gonna go one or the other direction. But I think media tends to really sometimes over-exaggerate things and make them seem more than they are. So like there are certain things that probably aren't true, but not everything is fake. But then again, I haven't been to the moon. I haven't seen a rocket ship go into space. I haven't analyzed with my naked eye, my actual physical eyes, a spaceship exiting the planet Earth and landing on on the moon. Like, unless I actually experience something for myself, I can't buy into it. So you could say I lean more towards what the conspiracy theorists believe. Yeah, because I haven't seen it. You know, the first step, I don't buy into videos and photos. I have to see it for myself. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video and my conspiracy theory today. And it was light, it was nice, it was great, and I enjoyed looking into it. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If so, then thank you. Yeah, and that's it. I'm gonna do a little dance for the music I'm gonna add to the end of this video. If you're watching this live, I'm sorry, you have to encounter this embarrassing moment of mine. Mwah! Bye.